Cam, I don't care how in awe I am of you right now. You are not going to tell me you up here for one person.
As long as I've been with Jazz, I'm being completely honest by saying I have been with other women while being with Jazz.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I am back again with another video. Now, this is very interesting, okay? Because initially, when I did my reaction video of the Corey Holcomb interview with Cam Newton, this was a portion of the conversation that I was going to include. But what's so crazy is that before I even got to it, a clip from this conversation went viral and has made its waves over Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all the places, right? And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's a portion of the conversation in which Corey Holcomb asked Cam Newton, well, not really asked him, okay? He basically was having a conversation with him about high value men exercising options and said, you know, Cam, there's no way that you're going to sit here and tell me that you have only been faithful to the woman 100% that you're in a relationship with right now.
To live a lifestyle that's righteous, you got to tell the truth. Cam, I don't care how in awe I am of you right now. You are not going to tell me you up here for one person.
Now, of course, people caught wind of this clip. Like I said, it went viral everywhere. And immediately, you know, women were on the internet calling this woman a fool, right? They call her everything but a child of God in the comment sections. They call her a fool. They, you know, there's so much conversation about, you know, her being low functioning, low vibrational, you know, all this negative rhetoric about, you know, her being who she is and why she's staying in a relationship, just a whole bunch of stuff.
I want Cam Newton to go to hell, respectfully. However, as long as there are women like Jasmine who accepts his behavior, why would he feel the need to change?
If someone told Jasmine Brown to get up, girl, get up. Like, what? Oh, this is crazy. I never thought I'd meet another person who can one-up Rashida. Jasmine won, girl, sis. Get up.
Now, of course, you guys know that I'm going to give you guys my opinion. Now, I know that my opinion on this, again, they already call me pick me. They all, you know, all these other names that they call me. But I'm going to give you guys my real, like when I come on here and I tell you guys what I feel about something, or I give you guys my opinion on something, I'm not just saying it because it sounds good. I'm saying it because this is my genuine, you know, authentic, true opinion on a lot of these conversations. And I think that first of all, we need to get to the topic of cheating, because what is cheating? Actually, that's what a lot of people have to understand, that cheating is different in various different relationships, right? What might be considered cheating to you might not be considered cheating to the next person, and might not be considered cheating to somebody else, right? And there's some women who think that, you know, if you like a girl's picture on Instagram, that's cheating. There's some people who think that if you have if you go out to a work dinner and you have a conversation and another woman is there and you don't tell her about it, that omission is cheating. Like, there's so many different facets. I think that we have to recognize, and when I say we, not really we, okay, because I feel like I have a very, you know, deep level of understanding, but the sisterhood especially fails to recognize that what is the tipping point for you in a relationship and what does not work for you in a relationship is not the banner of end all be all for everybody in relationships.
And a lot of women may not agree with me when I say this. Cheating is no longer a deal breaker for me in a relationship.
No,
it's no longer a deal breaker. If he had a mishap or whatever, but I used to be like, oh hell, I would never, oh no. But now, as you think about just life, I don't think that I would be like, this is it.
Right.
Because I just don't.
Cheating is not a deal breaker for me. I think the more I mature and the older I get, I'm realizing, like, tell me.
This woman, okay, there was a clip that I did a long time ago in one of my reaction videos where the two of them were out and they were singing that song, you know, can't have one woman, gotta have three. One woman just to hold me down, one woman just to lift me up. And the two of them were sitting there dancing together. You cannot tell me that a woman who is sitting there dancing to that song with her man so hyped that the song come on like it's both of their jam is not aware of the person in which she's in a relationship with. The issue that I have is that women have no problem when a woman is in a relationship with a man and the man is emasculated, he fans her flame, and he does all the above. Like, women love a man that will sit down and bow down to a woman. But when a woman is in a relationship with a man and knows him thoroughly and knows the person that he is and chooses to continue to be in a relationship with him, all of a sudden that woman gets all the negative backlash. Within the conversation between Cam and Corey, there were a lot of things that Cam, released about his relationship with Jasmine. And a couple of the things that he said, or that he, made note to, is that he didn't really want to expose that portion of their relationship or put it out there blatantly. But at the same time, he felt that it would have been inauthentic of him to have been asked a certain question and not answer it truthfully.
And I hate that I embarrassed her, because no woman ever wants to admit that openly. But
what? I'm sorry, I want to make
that
sure.
their person has not always been with them.
There was also, within the conversation, a point where Cam was stating that, they have a certain relationship in which he is able to communicate with her in certain ways and, be extremely honest with her about certain things.
I've openly had conversations, and this is why me and Jazz are growing in our relationship. Understand this. There's something that you mentioned as far as the peak of the spear. Jazz allows me to speak to her, and we are able to have banter, whether it's uncomfortable banter or just kicking the shit banter.
And I thought it was very funny because there was a lot of women, okay? And I'm going to say this. I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not going to say how I know. I'm not going to say nothing. But there was a lot of women in the comment section who were talking down about this woman, who are factually and actually in relationships right now where they are one of many and they have no idea about it. I'm just going to keep it real, okay? Only thing I could do is keep it real and be honest with you guys, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And I thought that was very interesting, because there's so many women who will say, oh, I could never, and oh, that could never be me. And you see, I'm glad my man, because, I would never be in that situation.
It's not always one dimensional where I'm speaking how I want to do and vice versa. I think she speaks on how it makes her feel. I speak on how it makes me feel, and then go about it like that.
A vital part that I want people to understand is that, all men do not cheat. Okay. I saw a lot of people saying on the internet, based off of this conversation, you see, she does everything. And, is this what you get when you're submissive to a man? After you do everything for him and you cater to him, so should we not listen to the women who are telling us how to understand a man? Because we still going to end up on this brunt of the conversation, or this end of the stick. And the first thing I want to say is that not every man wants to, okay? All men are capable of operating in a way of having more than one woman, right? They are capable, but not every man wants to. Hence why it's important to know who you are in a relationship with, who you are married to, who you are courting. It's important to know who you are dealing with. There's a lot of women who get into relationships with men who are very clear about who they are. Right? They let it be known that they are, not the marrying type. They don't want to necessarily be with more than one woman. And a lot of women get into relationships with men that are like that in hopes that they can maneuver, manipulate, or change them, instead of just getting with the man who was very clear with his intentions. I want one woman. I want a family structure. I want to be married. I want the kids. I want the picket fence. Like, there is men who are out there who are saying that, but women skip over that man to be with the man who wants one of many and then try to change him into the man that they should have been with before.
They want is somebody who's like Tupac in a suit, who does not womanize and has sound financial skills and is a loyal mate that goes to PTA.
The conversation that happens where they say that, majority of women want a certain percentage of men. The continuation of that conversation is that they want that man so bad that they're willing to share him. If women are willing to share Pookie and Ray Ray them, okay, let's just be honest. And it's not because of the amount of finance that Pookie and Ray Ray got. It's because of how he look, because they say he, fine. It's because he know how to put it down. If they're willing to share that, what makes you think that high value men who are high earning men, that women are not going to be jumping for the opportunity? That's first things first. Also, in understanding the man in which you are in a relationship with, it is very vital that these women understand that you need to be listening. A lot of y'all so busy talking on the internet, talking about, I can't be. Y'all need to shut up. Okay? There's no other way to say it. Y'all need to be quiet and be listening to your man. Understanding him, understanding his point of view. Because a lot of these women who are negative on the internet talk about, I could never be, because these men, a lot of these women who, talk so high and mighty, if we're being really honest, if we really dug deep into the depths of their situation, they would not be dogging this woman out, talking about, these men, they would not have nothing to say about it. Cam Newton and Corey Holcomb said something very intricate about this entire situation. They talked about their ability to be real and be honest with the women that they are in relationships with, right? And Cam talked about it very clear that based off of his openness and his ability to be open with Jazz, it has put them in a space that he does not see himself stepping out of the relationship moving forward, because of his ability to be truthful and honest, and her not meeting him at a space of, trying to argue with him, trying to tussle, but her allowing him to be vulnerable and truthful.
At this point of my life right now, I think where me and Jazz are, she's helped me nurture me to being exclusively to her. And it comes with time, that comes with patience, that comes with uncomfortable conversations that say, hey, well, hold on. You did what? Okay, not motherfucker, let me tell you. No, that's not the energy that she's coming with.
A lot of women are in relationships right now. And one of the main problems that they're having in a relationship is that they chastise, they condemn, okay? They're very argumentative. They choose the route of disrespect and belittling instead of allowing that man to be completely honest with you. And a lot of women say that they want the honesty but can't handle it. Which goes right back to the point, every man is not for every woman to be in a relationship with, to be the bona fide girl. It's not for everybody. And again, you have to who you're with. Listen, Jasmine came out and she made a post on Instagram. She said, child, here come the just checking on you DMs. I am fine. Trust me. I know who and what my man is. Ain't no secrets or surprises. He can talk to me about anything. There's no way that you can tell me that she doesn't know who he is. Again, the fact that they were out dancing and singing that song together. Let me know everything I needed to know. There was no further conversation necessary. Okay? Their relationship is much more than just that's her girl, that's his girl, that's her man. Their relationship is on the depths of they are friends.
But that's the basis of growing into something solid.
What has allowed us to begin to get closer in a relationship is that I don't feel that she judges my action. She holds me accountable to my action.
Where she has a certain level of understanding for him. And it does not mean that she's okay with him operating in this way. But it is not a situation where that and him being in that space is going to make her leave her relationship. A lot of women see relationships as ownership. And we talk about it all the time. I hate to say it, but there is a double standard. Where you belong to a man in a relationship, right? Where the ownership is of, where a man has ownership. And I use that term, loosely. I don't mean as in, he control you and he own you, like in that way. But where a man is in a space where he's, committed to leading, guiding you and protecting you and covering you. He is responsible for you. And, women have the ability to be that people are responsible for them. It goes from their parents to then their spouse. Right? In a man, you have to be responsible for yourself. where women might be caring and nurturing for you, and in a sense responsible for you, it is not the same thing.
And when I see the longevity of our relationship, I know that it's working. It's not that I'm taking advantage of her. If anything, she's giving me something that I've never had. So I have to nurture and protect her. And she's been able to protect me and nurture me as well.
One thing that I have to say is that I see that a lot of, again, I'm going to use this just for an example. There can be a male celebrity that all females like, right? And say, for instance, he ends up getting married to somebody. I'm going to use Idris Elba, for example. He's a perfect example to use. There's a lot of women who fan over or are in love with, want to be in a relationship with Idris Elba. Idris Elba got married, right? And whenever Idris Elba's wife posts a picture on Instagram, she posts a picture and she says, "Hey ladies, look at our man." And then you have women who are in the comment section who are proud, not realistically, who are proud, sister wives to his wife in the situation because of how much they love, admire, and esteem the man that she is married to. So when it's a game and when it's funny and when it's haha and when it's not real life, it's okay. But when a man is actually operating in that way, because he might not be the man that certain women are in a certain space with, or because women don't like his views, or whatever the case is, all of a sudden he is demonized for the fact that he is in spaces that he has had or has multiple women. This lets you know that there's a lot of hypocrisy coming from women, because it's okay when it's a Chris Brown. Right? They have no problem jumping on the bandwagon when it's a man that they love, admire, and adore. It's okay when it's somebody like Idris Elba. But when it's a man that is effectively exercising his options openly, that's when women have a problem with it. That's when it's a whole problem. And, Corey Holcomb said something very, very, very intricate. He said it's not that there's something wrong with the man who does that. It just makes him different. And I completely agree.
I'm not a regular motherfucker. You cannot get me to do what the last dude did, because I'm not him. I'm different. That doesn't make me bad because I'm different. I have options.
When high earning men or high profile men or, high value men exercise options, there's always this smoke for them. But again, when these women are entering these relationships, they know exactly what they're signing up for. These men are very truthful, very open, very clear about what it is that they want to do, what it is that they're doing, and you either get with it or get lost. If a woman is choosing to get with it, how can we demonize her for it? How? I think that the genuine problem is that, you see, if a woman was exercising options, the sisterhood will be clapping for her. They will have no problem. They'll be like, yeah, sis, get it how you live. I know that's right, girl. You better do that. They will have no issue. But when a man is in a space that he exercises his masculinity and shows that he is a man, women get so mad. They are furious about it. Women love to see a man emasculated, and they can't stand to see a man standing strong in his masculinity and saying, yeah, that's what I'm about, and what about it? It grinds their gears. So again, I said it before, I have to keep saying it. I am not sitting here saying that every man wants to have multiple women. That is not true. Okay, there are men who openly say, I don't have time for extra drama. I don't have time for extra, emotional mood swings. I don't have the energy to focus on nothing else. I just want my wife, my children, and that's it. If you're a woman who is in a line with that, and you want a man who wants the same family structure you want, that's the only man that you should be dating. Is a man whose intentions are as clear as yours. The problem that happens is when a woman whose intentions are clear, that she wants to be married and wants to have a regular family structure, gets with a man whose intentions are not that. Another thing I have to say, again, every woman is not for every man. Point blank, period. There are some women who leave a relationship because the spark is gone. Other women, when the spark is gone, they try to figure out ways to reignite the spark.
And she asked me certain things that, yo, how can I do certain things to better so that this won't be a normalcy for you moving forward?
There are women who leave relationships when a man is struggling with some kind of addiction issues. There are other women who would say, I'm standing 10 toes down and I'm going to stay with you through this addiction. There are some men, women who are in relationships with men who are unfaithful, or they deal with problems of, quote unquote, infidelity and whatever it is that may mean. And there are women who are saying, I'm not dealing with that. There's some women who will say, I'm staying 10 toes down. We're going to fix this. I'm going to stay with you. Different strokes for different folks. But I personally just don't agree that this woman should be getting the level of backlash that she's getting for being with this man who she want to be with. And people calling her clown, this and that. And again, I have to say, most of the women who are talking about her and saying all these things are one of many, have been one of many. Or, if we're being honest, don't have a man at all, ain't never had a man. Ain't never been nobody's number one. I'm just being real. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I know a lot of y'all women might think I'm crazy, but those that get it definitely get it. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.